Woo, you're a real fine missus.
Is that right?
With those skin tight Prejippie. A little bit of Sugarfoot. All right.
Welcome to Gab and Jam.
Running folks into ditches.
Running folks into ditches.
Skin tight. All right, go ahead.
Episode 117. And our topic today is one of those bittersweet ones, but it needs to be discussed. Haters are your elevators.
They are your elevators. They really are.
And
why is that? Why would we say such a horrible thing that your haters
are good for you?
Why would you want haters?
Okay, and this really
everyone should love me.
This is really a sensitive topic because the reason
everyone should love me.
The reason I brought it up originally was, again, when we were
everyone should love me. Go ahead.
When we're trying to get people to sign up for our email list, we had a free download, or we have a free download, Better Band Photos.
Yeah.
If you're interested, it's in the link is in the description. But we had an email list roundup, trying to get people to sign up, and we kept getting these negative comments. And even when you think you're immune to it, sometimes it does get under your skin. So that is the reason why we're talking about it today. It's easy for me to say until some of the comments got under my skin.
Right. So. And so many times you hear about it. You hear about it even from national artists and stuff like that. People saying, I have to just really run away from social media and all the rest of this kind of stuff because people are so negative, just saying so many different things. Yeah. So the whole thing is, how do you deal with it?
Right.
I mean, a lot of times people start wanting to, censor speech around this, or you start, talking about
people turn off comments and things, and that is not the way to go.
No, it's not. I mean, this is a free society, so the issue now just becomes you always have to take something that's negative and you gotta flop it into the positive.
Yeah, that.
I always have to figure out a way to work Prince into a conversation.
Oh, Lord.
So hey, I'm gonna work Prince into a conversation. So Prince used to wait sometimes until he got a cold, right, and then he would sing in his falsetto, and he'll have that scratchy sound to it, right? So he's taking something that's negative, like having a cold, and turning it into a positive, which makes the song sound good. So now the question becomes, when your haters excoriate you on social media, talk about you, say that you are, just the worst thing ever, you should quit, and all the rest of this kind of stuff. What do you do? I mean,
and so we came up with just a quick list of tips to deal with we're going to call them fault-finding fans.
Yes.
Because the first thing you should understand is that people don't spend too much criticizing folks who aren't doing something. So just the fact that they even took the time to send you a comment or negative whatever means that they're paying attention to you and that there's something you're doing that is rattling them enough.
Right. So that means that you are having an impact.
Yes.
I mean, there's an old saying that says, especially like in entertainment, that no publicity is bad publicity.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you can look at that in two ways, right? Like if you are getting no publicity, that's bad publicity.
Yeah.
Like none.
Right.
Or, if you're getting positive publicity or negative publicity, whatever type it is good publicity.
Right. That means you're doing
they're
something.
talking about
yes.
it. And that's the main thing.
They've taken the time out of their that their life is revolving around you for once, and that's always a good thing.
The fact that they're taking time to actually sit back and say, I want to shut this person down, right, means that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing with your art.
And then it probably means that they have their own issue, and that somehow or another they're either threatened or feeling they're feeling like they're not, I guess, doing what they need to be doing.
But then again, you got to think about what art though. What good is anything that you're saying if you're making a statement you're going to piss off people,
Yeah.
and you're going to make
Yeah.
certain people happy.
Yeah.
I mean, or some people are going to say, hey, I agree, or whatever else.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that, to me, it just is basically saying that your art is doing what it's supposed to do.
Right, but sometimes we're not prepared for it, as I was not.
Right, sometimes you're not, but that's what art is supposed to do. I mean, if you're making art that everybody is like, oh, okay, I'm good with that, then they're probably apathetic about it. And that's the whole thing, is that you want to ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
You know, good
you
or
get
bad.
remembered, right?
You want to make sure people remember you.
Yeah. And so the second tip for dealing with your fault-finding fans is to see if their criticism can help, because this is actually the best revenge to somebody's negative comment.
Right. I mean, that's the way I always say. So, I know before, when we would get comments on songs that we wrote, one comment that I would get is that it's repetitive.
Right.
Which for me was completely not helpful.
Right.
It was completely unhelpful, because I'm saying, what form of popular music is not repetitive?
Right.
I mean, that's just what you do. That's
repeat,
what popular,
right.
things repeat over and over again.
Right.
The Bolero, one of the greatest orchestral pieces, classical pieces ever done by Maurice Ravel, what does it do? It repeats the same line over and over and over again. So when they say it repetitive, that's one I just have to say, okay, that's one of my haters is having an issue with it. Maybe just hate the song.
Right.
Whatever it is.
They find a reason, but...
Right. That's fine, but I had to cut that one out.
Yeah.
But then I got another criticism that was coming across a lot, is that, hey, man, I would really like this song, but I can't hear the vocals.
Yeah.
Can't hear the vocals. So I got this criticism a couple of different times. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I need to start turning the vocals up in my mixes. They're too low.
Yeah.
So that's one of those type of things where you kind of parse through and you say, okay, that criticism for me made sense.
Right.
I cannot do songs that don't repeat.
Right.
So I'm sorry. There's going to be, you're going to hear like the first verse, it might have different words in it than the second verse, but it's going to have the same damn melody. Okay? And that's the same thing with the chorus. The same damn melody over and over and over again. Because that's the way you get to remember it. Sorry. It's going to be repetitive.
Okay, so that was tip 2, was see if the criticism can help, because again, there's no way to really get under their skin than to actually take what they say and say thank you.
Yes.
And improve whatever it is.
Improve whatever you can do. The rest of that stuff, thank you again for listening.
Right.
And
there you go.
taking the time to write and talk about it.
That's true.
I mean, we had the song Sanctuary. I swear, people who hated it.
Yeah.
And they had to tell me in some of the most creative ways. It was really, after I just got so comical, I was actually looking forward to seeing the bad reviews because they were so funny. So they were funny to me. But it was a thing where the song was doing what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because of the fact, for whatever reason, people were listening to the whole song just to talk about it.
Right.
Yeah. And I can't hate on that. I'm cool with that. So if that's what you want to do, have at it.
Yeah. And then the third tip for dealing with your fault-finding fans is to revisit your why so that you're not tempted to be discouraged. So the reason why it gets under your skin most times when people criticize you is because you find some bit of truth in it.
Yeah.
And so that makes you have to re-examine yourself. But once you do, for me, for us, once we do, then we realize again, there are some things that that we can improve, and that helps us feel better about it. And then even if we can't improve it, it's still, we're doing it because we love to do it.
Right.
So we have to revisit the fact that, okay, regardless of who likes it, we're going to still do it. So that's not going to stop us.
Right. That's true. And that's the whole thing, is that when it comes to something like that, your art is very personal. And so when you put it out there, they are kind of like your spiritual children.
Yeah.
In a sense, whatever form of art it is. So there's a certain amount of sensitivity that's attached to it, because, you are pretty much exposing your soul. I don't want to make it seem like it's that deep, but,
it can be.
It can be that deep. And I'm saying, to the extent that someone does criticize it, that initial hit is tough to take, and so, again, you have to learn how to compartmentalize everything, whether it's good stuff or bad stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And that is that really you're doing this art because you're driven to do it. And that's what it's all about. And so, in being driven to do something, it's just like, and again, I'm not equating anything that people do artistically to these type of things, but whether you're like a Martin Luther King or a Rosa Parks, is that, you know, you have a goal, you have a mission, and in doing this mission, you're gonna have followers, but you also gonna have a lot of people who don't like it. You know, if your art is being true to you, then you're gonna have a unique voice, and when you have a unique voice, you know, I mean, it kind of ruffles the waters a bit. And so you have to be prepared to get a lot more backlash than you get followers. That's kind of aspect to it too. So you have to understand that that's kind of part of taking on the mission. And though I'm not saying everybody has a mission or a purpose that's going to be memorized in a historical sense like that of a Martin Luther King or whatever else, but on a personal level, that's what it means to you. You know, because you put your all and everything into it. And so I don't know where it's going to ever shake out historically. But for you as a person that's put on this earth, whether or not you're touching 10 people or 10 billion people, you know, it really doesn't make a difference. You know, you have to remember, you got to keep going back to the thing. This is my purpose. This is what I meant to do. So if you get good criticism, you know, you don't now want to start catering your work to kowtow to make sure you keep getting that good criticism, because then you will stagnate yourself.
And that wouldn't be good either.
And that wouldn't be good either. So that'll be almost like quitting in a way, because you're always supposed to be pushing your art forward.
Challenging yourself.
And
then finally, the fourth tip for dealing with your fault-finding fans is to, even if you're where you could have done better, you know, with whatever the criticism is, you know, our favorite saying is done is the new perfect. Just keep doing it. Get it out. You know, publish that shit. Get it out, and then next time when you figure out what you can do a little bit better incrementally, do better the next time. But don't stop doing what you're doing because of negative criticism, because you might even feel badly about it. Keep putting it out.
Hey, you know, I think about like what our first record that we released, Red Hot, right? And so, you know, we end up doing this record. We, you know, kind of committed to doing something a bit different. And then I know for me, by the time we got ready to put it out, I got cold feet. You know, I started getting negative comments from people, negative feedback from people. And so all of a sudden, I started to doubt what we had. But the thing was, it was gone. You know, is that regardless of how I felt about it, that was the project, and that project was going out. And then it just so happened that, you know, some guy, the distributor in New York, he loved it. You know, and
we had one person, and it was the one person we needed to love it.
Help us sell all of those records. All those records were gone. But that's the one record that we got absolutely no returns on. You know, and so that, again, goes back to that thing that you just really don't know with your art. Even though you might find a whole bunch of negativity out there, you may find that one advocate who really kind of puts you over the hump.
But
that's why you got to keep doing it. And that's why you got to, she just said, you got to publish that shit.
Get it out. Which is what we do every week, no matter what. We going to get it out there and put that shit out. Turn that bullshit.
Put that turd out.
Turn that.
You think that's what it is? Put that bullshit into some good shit.
There we go.
All right, you got to do it. If that's what you think about it, but you got to do it. Put it out and then polish that turd the next time.
But you know what?
That's what you got to do.
And then again, I have to remind myself, again, the comments that I got helped me to help you. Because I had to help myself first, is that you realize that the fact that anybody is paying attention to you at all, again, is a good thing.
That is always that's an amazing thing. And the fact that they took time to write you and all the rest of this kind of stuff, that's a good thing.
And there were people who were writing paragraphs. I mean, come on.
You're doing all of that.
So, haters are your elevators. What do you think? When has there been a time when you questioned yourself because of what somebody else said, even if it's your friends or family? Still, the fact that they're paying attention to you is a good thing. When has that happened to you? What have you learned from it? How did you prevail over that? How did you keep on going? Because we know you're still putting your art out too. Please drop it in the comments below. And new funk album,
working on that. So that should be coming out hopefully by about record store day.
If you dig the vibe, be sure to
subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and chicken.
Bye.